It's Tuesday morning here at Muscle Serpents Daily, and guys, if you know anything about the weather, you know that Hurricane Dorian was heading towards Florida, and it was scaring the crap out of everyone. And I'm going to tell you one thing, in the bodybuilding world where I come from, Dorian was Dorian Yates, and Dorian Yates was a 6-time Mr. Olympia, one of the best in the world. But in the ball python world, we have something called the Hurricane MORPH, and I thought it applicable to bring the Hurricane MORPH out here in the light of the fact that Hurricane Dorian is looming out there in the Atlantic Ocean, looking where it should strike next. It already took victim to the Bahamas. Hopefully we won't see any more casualties as it rises up the east coast of the United States. Now the Hurricane MORPH, if you take a look, is this swirly pattern here that kind of looks like the hurricane symbol on a map. And this is a hypo hurricane here that bred for me this year, as well as a bunch of other hurricanes. Now, I originally got this MORPH from Hans Winter in Germany, who founded the MORPH. There's a super form of it. This is the single copy hurricane with the hypo gene. I produced some really cool stuff this year. I've shown it to you before, but I want to give you guys an update. A lot of people have been asking me about it, and I'm almost ready to list it on MORPH Market so you guys can buy a couple of these great hurricane MORPHs in the hurricane season here and get them into your collection and hopefully make some really cool stuff. Let's go inside the snake room and check it out. All right, this girl is very, very interesting. She is a black pastel. This comes from a black pastel pied bred to a hurricane Enchi, which we know Enchi enhances, lesser, which unravels pattern usually, yellow belly, which makes everything better, 100% het pied. So we only got one visual pied in the litter, but everything else is 100% het pied. Now this girl is definitely black pastel, which to me makes everything just show more contrast. It just outlines everything better. It just enhances. And then of course you can see the hurricane swirls here, right in there. Here's your hurricane swirls. The black pastel outlining that everything, so making those swirls look even better. The nice black head from the black pastel. And she makes everything better. And if you, I don't know if you can really pick it up on the camera, but you can see the contrast along those dorsal stripes. Now the dorsal stripes to me usually says lesser. So I don't know, there might be lesser in here as well. Lesser to me would be a much more lighter type looking snake. And here, if you look at this one, this female is a lesser for sure, hurricane, and you can see the hurricane swirls have become much greater reduced, but they're still in that parallel line in spider that you'll see they almost are reduced to a dash. This is definitely Enchi. Look at that Enchi influence here of that lesser. This is probably, I would say, lesser Enchi, yellow belly, hurricane, 100% het pied. So people have been asking me if they could pick up any of these. I'm going to make these two girls available. So this is your probably lesser black pastel, Enchi, yellow belly, hurricane, het pied, and this one is going to be lesser Enchi, yellow belly, hurricane, het pied. Two gorgeous girls. To me, black pastel is just magic mixed with hurricane, because it doesn't unravel the hurricane. It makes it much more viewable, if you will, because of the black outline on everything. And I think that it's, you know, I can only imagine, you know, the possibilities of adding a couple more, like a leopard to this. Remember just leopard black pastel hurricane. Whoa. And of course, Enchi makes everything better. So two beautiful girls. All right, let's look at this next clutch of hurricane stuff that we have here. This is a GHI Mojave that I bred to a spider hurricane. Here is what I believe to be a spider Mojave hurricane. You can see the hurricane influence right here. These little dashes are the hurricane swirls that have been reduced from the spider. You have that beautiful, beautiful yellowish beige color coming from the spider, reducing the pattern, obviously. Also engaged with the Mojave. And this is a beautiful girl that's going to become available. I have two of these. I also have over here, which world's first, this is a GHI Mojave Spider Hurricane. I call it the Godfather. You've seen this before. You see the little head on the stamp. The head stamp looks like the Godfather. That's the Godfather ball python, I call it. Tremendous, tremendous like coolness to this. That spider really adds gold and silver tinges to the GHI Mojave Hurricane. I didn't produce the GHI Mojave Hurricane without the spider, although I did produce the GHI Hurricane, and I can show you that in a little bit. But just to look at the hurricane swirls there. Tremendous contrast, really impressive. This guy is not for sale. I'm going to keep him. So that's my dad on the head right there, so I got to keep him. But if you notice, look at the head, and I think it's the spider that might be doing it, because look at the head stamp of this guy. There's a face on there as well. So that's pretty cool. It actually looks like there's two faces on there. Like twins, Siamese twins on there. Either that or the head of a dragon, that could be. It's either two people or the head of a dragon on top of this guy. So these spider hurricanes are producing really cool head stamps. Now here's a male I produced last year, just to give you guys an idea of some of the potential that the Hurricane Project has. This is a banana pastel hurricane, 100% het clown. Look at those purples in there. Okay? Hurricane is a pattern disruptor, but it also definitely does something for the color as well. And once again, this was a world's first when it was produced. You can see those hurricane swirls along the lateral side of the snake. And this guy is exquisite. He will be in the lineup this year breeding, and hopefully we can produce some really cool Super Hurricane banana stuff, Super Hurricane banana clown stuff. We don't know. The potential is unlimited, really, if you think about it. But there's a lot of cool stuff going on in this snake. The Hurricane Project is really just in its infancy. I haven't even produced a Super Hurricane yet, also known as a Hayabusa. But I wanted to give you guys a little just teaser of what's available and what can be done. I'm going to put a couple of these snakes up on Morph Market by the end of the week, because a lot of people have been asking me. I'm not making a ton of them available because I'm holding back, you know, a lot of stuff myself, because I really see the potential there and I don't want to give away too much. But I will make a couple available for you guys, and this way you guys can get into the project. All right, I wanted to show you what a Hurricane Lesser Enchi Yellow Belly 100% het pied looks like. Full grown. This is the mama to one of those clutches. You can see the reduction in the hurricane, but that parallel pattern of it here, you can continue to follow it through. Obviously the stripe from the lesser, the enhancement from the Enchi, the blushing here from the yellow belly, and of course this is het pied 100%. And this mom is just beautiful. Once again, Hurricane doesn't only play with the pattern, it enhances the color too as well. In a very esoteric way. It's hard to define because in every morph it does different things. But I wanted to show you how beautiful the adult was. You know, usually you see these adults when they get older, they don't look as nice. They dull out. This snake is great. And I think that those Spider Mojave Hurricanes are going to be exquisite when they get older. I really do. I've just seen with the Hurricane morph mixed with these lighter pattern disruptors, Spider, Mojave, they get better when they get older. And once again, when you have this crazy looking pattern here, that never changes. And you can see, look at how wacky this stuff is here going on here. Truly, truly kind of interesting. And let's finish off today's little topic of the hurricane on this auspicious week of Hurricane Dorian with a girl I produced last year. This is an Enchi Hypo Hurricane. Het something else that I'm not telling you guys. You'll find out. Obviously the Enchi just makes everything just stand out more. Hypo and Hurricane are great together. You can just tell by the head that that's Hypo. And then of course you got the Hurricane swirls all through here. Just, this girl is gorgeous. And she's been getting better and better as she gets older. Once again, you got to see the potential in the Hurricane as it develops. The pattern just gets more intense. And when you mix Hypo in there, when you mix black pastel, when you mix spider or hurricane in there, you just get some amazing looking animals. And I'm really excited to really progress this project and to get some super hurricanes going next season. So I hope you're all safe from the hurricane. Thank God we didn't get hit here on the West Coast. I think the East Coast is going to get a little bit of some wind and rain, but I think we really have to start praying for our friends over in the Carolinas, because they're going to potentially get hit with this thing worse than everyone. All right, that's our hurricane update for today. All right, the hurricane is loose here in Florida, no pun intended, on my orange tree here. You know, sometimes snakes like to climb. Who said ball pythons don't like to climb? This ball python's having a ball on my honeybell orange tree. I hope you guys enjoyed all the information I gave you on the Hurricane MORPH today. Hope you enjoyed some of the babies we produced here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. And hopefully you guys are going to be able to get some of them into your own collection, because I know a lot of you have asked. Next year, I'm really hoping this coming season to produce my first super hurricane. And it's going to be, I have a couple of possibilities to produce some really unique ones that have never been made before. So guys, I hope you're having a great, great Tuesday. We'll be back on Wednesday morning, as always, with the next installment of Muscle Serpents Daily. But guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I don't see enough subscriptions going up there. They're going up. I want them going up faster. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Hit that like button. We'll see you back tomorrow morning.